following for a long time.
Right, we are now live. How are you doing? And we've got Rob and his dog Bounty, and myself, the MACKEM CABBIE. Colin Major, how are you doing?
Good evening, Colin. I'm just busy typing. Good evening, Colin. As you opened it up there, Cabbie. So yeah,
Kev might be joining us. Malta might be. We'll just
excellent.
have to hang fire and see what's what there. So yeah, it's getting nearer and nearer, isn't it? The old weird time derby. How are you feeling about it, Rob?
Apprehensive, I think. Newcastle are away. That's the good thing. We're at home. That's a good thing. However, it's a local derby, so home and away form goes straight out the bloody window. It's a difficult one. I would like to think we could beat them.
Yeah. Who knows? Matthew Bowman, of course you're allowed in, you silly sausage. Steve, SAFC, I voted for no for Bobby to start. I think bringing him on later in the game actually plays to our advantage with his physicality going up against tired defenders. I can see your point. It's just what concerns me is the fact like how quiet Isidore is at the minute.
The thing is, Isidore's not getting any service.
No.
Isidore's strength is ball played through. He's in a race with the defender, beats the defender, and he's got good shooting boots from about 12 yards out, any position in the box, he'll hit the target. The problem is he's not getting those balls being played through to him, so he's struggling. He's fairly anonymous. Whereas Brobby starting, give him the ball, he'll hold it up and allow the midfielders and the other attacking players to move into space and lay the ball off. I mean, perhaps it might be worth starting Brobby alongside Isidore, so Brobby can hold the ball up and lay it off for Isidore. It's difficult to say whether we'd want to play two up front against Liverpool, though. But yeah,
maybe that's why as well we need that different type of striker, and we've got Malta coming in now. So just bear with me a second. I need to do a bit of adjusting again.
Hiya guys, all right?
Hello Malta, good to see you, mate.
Good evening, Mr. Singh. How the devil, sir?
Good. I'm just doing some reconfiguration on my computer.
No, that's fine.
I've joined from my phone, but I'm just doing this stuff in the back, so I'll just be audio only for now.
Good to see you anyway, Malta. I'm glad you're doing all right, mate. Hello, Dougie. How are you doing? Since Freshie. But yeah, that's why I think it's vital. I think in the January transfer window, we do look for that striker who's got the experience that doesn't necessarily need the service. A good striker, a natural striker, doesn't need really service as well. I mean, it helps if you get it, of course, but I think a decent striker looks for it. He looks for it himself and creates his own chances.
Yeah. The trouble is that sort of player costs a lot of money.
But you know what?
A vast amount of money.
Robbie, 2 seasons ago, would have cost us £50 million.
Yeah.
When he won Eredivisie Player of the Season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So I don't know if you've watched Regis's press conference from today.
Not yet.
Basically, no. I've not watched it, but I heard on the Radio Newcastle that Robbie's at 65 minutes now. That's how much he can sort of play. So he's still building up his fitness.
Yeah.
So would he start versus Liverpool? Well, because what do you call it? Regis likes doing subs at like 60 and 70. Maybe he does start against Liverpool. I'd definitely start him at Liverpool.
And then bring on somebody like Isidore.
And then bring Isidore on for the pace.
Yeah.
And Mundle as well. Because again,
when the defenders are knackered. Yeah.
Traore is also not at full fitness as well. That's what he's also said. So, I think we've got options. And I'd 100% be in, Daniel and Luke O'Nien don't look like they're going to really be getting many minutes, right? Yeah, and if we can get money for Daniel, and I'm sure there'll be championship clubs coming in for Luke O'Nien as well,
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, but I'm not sure whether '09 would actually want to leave.
If he knows he's never going to play, you know
Y-
what it is. You know, for a footballer,
And
picking up the wages is one thing, right? But
playing,
actually, playing is what it's all about. You
yeah,
know, it's like I know a few ex-footballers, and they say if they were in '09 situation, they'd be looking to move in January permanently, not even just on loan, because we're only going to get better and better. You know, we've set a baseline now. We've set a standard, right, for this season. The
yeah,
standard was we thought as fans it was staying up. We didn't know
no,
Kirill, Regis Labris, and Xhaka are like hello top 10. You know,
yeah, we
right?
didn't we weren't quite on that wavelength, were we?
I was 17th. I'll take 17th right now,
But
and
I would quite happily take 17th.
I'll take a win against the Mags and 17th right now, right? But Granit Xhaka is just not going to accept that, you know.
No,
So
it,
do,
it will be. I think we'll finish very mid-table-ish, if not higher.
I
I
think
know Kev
ninth.
would say seventh, but yeah,
Well,
I'm thinking
it's
ninth,
going to be. You know what it is?
10th-ish.
Like I don't know if you remember the Bruce season when we finished 10th on the last day, right?
Yeah,
We did, yeah.
And it's like if you look at it, there's what 8 points between third and 16th or something.
yeah.
This is
At the moment, there's not
this is the
a lot of
tightest,
points.
most competitive Premier
Uh,
League season, right? Apart from Arsenal, Man City are winning 1-0, by the way.
Yep.
yeah,
Apart from Arsenal, who are like, head and shoulders above everyone, everybody else has got internationals, internationals on the bench. I mean, look at us on Saturday,
yeah,
the bench that we had, and then you've got future England internationals, Chris Rigg, not even getting a look in right now.
yeah.
And then, bringing Mundle back on because I remember when Mundle was playing last season and I was thinking he has just got so much talent, so much potential. And obviously, Regis Labris and the other coaches have seen that as well. The new coaches who came in,
Yeah.
for him, it's just like, yeah, you know what it is? So he scored in the under 21s or reserves or whatever you call it the other day. And then he came on and he just didn't look out of place at all. He looks all right. I'm here, lads, and he's going to be wanting to push to get into that to make sure he's part of that first team squad. Everybody with.
Absolutely. I was going to read some stuff on the chat. Matthew Bullman says you wouldn't want Isaac the Rat scoring really due to his Newcastle links. Where honestly, I just thought it was funny what he did. But look, I don't want anybody scoring against us really. Any different than anyone else. But Steve SCFC says it's looking very likely we will sign Gimenez from AC Milan. John McKinney says, why would we need a striker? We need a right winger. Do you watch Sunderland CABBIE? Brobbery and Isidore are scoring. Brobbery, yeah. We were just saying about Isidore before that the fact, like, if he's not getting the service Isidore, he's totally anonymous. Matthew Bullman, Sunderland will have no fear. Anfield. Hello, Pixel Rich. Hope you're well. Good to see you in, mate. He says, evening, lads. Opinion on 5 across the back tomorrow. We've got a lot of options also. Hello to Gary Hoyle. John McKinney also says, why would we sell Luke 09? We gave him a new contract. He'll be a coach when he retires at Sunderland. I am the only one who keeps up to date. No Sunderland fans should accept taking 17th anymore. Realistically, 13th minimum, says Steve. Hello to Las Palmas MACKEM. He says, we can't sell. He's teaching the under-21s and taking his coaching badges. Jacket even mentioned him at how he's important for the club. He's a proper club captain. Good evening to Bonk. Hope you're doing all right. He says, hope Salah is still on the bench. And David Joblin, a good evening to you. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up. It helps everybody know that we're live. And hit the subscribe button if you're new as well. But yeah, what's your situation on Isidore? I was talking to Rob about this, Malta. I mean, do you
I love him. I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
He's a great striker, and with the right service, right, he's he can be really clinical. But what they need to do, you see, it all depends on how they play. And it's not like we haven't got. I mean, we've got an actual world class midfielder, right, who can do a pass. We've got Lafay, who was proven. He was playing in the Champions League, Europa League. Lafay can create some balls and that as well. And so it's only 13. Is it 13 games or 12 games?
13.
13 games, right?
Yeah.
It's 13 games. The players have all gelled now, and now they're thinking, yeah, you know what it is? They know we're going to strengthen. They all know we're going to strengthen, and they're just going to be putting in even more effort than they've been putting in, just to say, I do want somebody new coming in and bloody taking my spot. So Isidore, he knows he's got to basically be scoring every other game, because Regis Lebris, I tell you right now, he is just going to say, out of form, yeah, it's time for Mayenda to start, right?
Yeah.
And because Mayenda, remember when he scored in that first game, then he got that run. Then when it dried up, Isidore, because Isidore was scoring, and Isidore got it in. And the thing is, I think both of them, unfortunately, are going to be taking a step back when Robbie is fully fit to play 100, 110 minutes every game.
Yeah.
Because
I
you don't spend
agree.
30 million on a striker, right? Give him the number 9 and not expect him to be your starting number 9 in every game. Because it is. He's shown with his goals now, his hold-up play, he has got everything that you need in the Premier League, right? And again, if you look, right, you should have 2 players for every position, and you should have 2 players for every formation. So in that position, so if you want to go to a 4-4-2, because he mentioned 4-4-2 last week in one of his press conferences. Don't know if you remember that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So if he wants to go for a 4-4-2, then he's going to need to have 4 strikers, 4 players who can play up front, without even thinking about it.
Which we have in a sense anyway, in that we've got Mayenda, Mundell, Brobby, Isidore could all play in that front.
They can all
2
play
positions.
up front, but you actually need a specialist frontman.
Yeah.
That's why do you think Salah is not the number 9 at Liverpool? Because he's not a specialist frontman. He scores goals, right?
Yeah, he's
Cristiano
not
Ronaldo, Messi
he's
scored goals, but the wingers.
He's what would have been called an inside forward years back.
Forward.
Who plays off a centre forward.
And that's like the Quinn and Phillips situation.
Yeah, and that's what I think Brobby would bring to the team, is he would be a centre forward who would hold the ball up and play the ball off to the likes of Isidore, Mayenda, Mundell running through, who then strip the defenders for pace, because they can, and bang it in the net. That's what I think we brought Brobby in for, is because he is good at holding the ball up. And he does score goals. That's the thing. I wouldn't say he's not a poacher or anything like that. He's not like Phillips, who could score from just about anywhere. But I think, and I've said for a while he was injured when he came to Sunderland. He's just about got his fitness back. So within a couple of weeks, he's probably going to be fully up to speed. And I think there's a lot of defences in the Premier League would struggle to handle him, because he's a beast.
Well, Chelsea did. Bournemouth did.
Yeah.
Freshy says, or Dougie says, remember the years ago winning at Liverpool with Stan Cummins?
1983, Stan Cummins, and 81 was Raul. And I was going to ask Rob, were you at either of those games?
Yes, both of them.
I guess so. I was thinking Rob was definitely at those games, like when we won.
Yes, I was.
Thanks, Dougie, for less than a pint to be. You can become a member.
Man City 2-0 up.
Yeah, 2-0.
Who knows?
Pixel Rich says last time we beat Liverpool away was 1983, a Gary Rowell penalty. Watched it on the radio. And can you believe it's 2008 since the beach ball? God, I'm getting old. It's the same for everybody. The time is just flying by.
It does, doesn't it?
David Graham says, watch out Sunderland on Saturday at the Etihad after what City are doing to Fulham tonight. And he also says, October the 1st, 1983, was Liverpool the last time we won at Anfield. Hello to Robin Hood. How are you doing? Good to
That 1983 game at Liverpool is, am I right in thinking that's the one that Bob Paisley delivered a crate of champagne to the Sunderland dressing room after the game because it meant we stayed up?
And he was a massive Sunderland fan.
And he was a huge Sunderland fan. He delivered a crate of champagne to the dressing room after the game.
Is that right?
3-0 City?
Yeah. He bought a crate of champagne because he knew Sunderland were going to beat Liverpool that day and stay in the Premier League or the First Division as it was then.
Maybe
because he was a massive Sunderland fan because he was from Sunderland. So
he's from Het now.
Yeah.
Latest 3-0 Man City. What must have been chalked off for VAR because it still says 2-0 on the score update. So possibly they have scored and VAR maybe
they have scored. I'm watching it.
3-0 according to the Beeb.
That's some finished that from outside the box.
Yeah.
Was it?
Nobody, and the only players who were in front of the goalkeeper for like a potential offside are Fulham players.
Oh, it's just not updated itself. I know why. I know why. Don't it's because I'm a bit laggy behind the thingy, but it's sorted now. It was a good goal, was it?
Oh, amazing goal. Edge of the box, curled it into the corner.
Some baby Ford, isn't he? I'll tell you what, though. Peter couldn't do it against the Mags at James Bay. He couldn't hit a barn door with a freaking teaspoon.
He was rubbish against the Mags, wasn't he?
Let's just hope he's going to be rubbish against us.
God's sake, I know.
Well, let's hope Man City just totally underestimate her.
Robin Hood says switched over from that Bournemouth Everton game to do a hit of watch of the barcodes. David Grimm says Foden made it 3 with a super goal. Look, you got to fancy Newcastle tonight as much as it kills us to see it.
You don't, man. You've got to think Spurs have got a really good away record. You know, for them playing at home, it's quite toxic now because their fans, obviously they've won the Europa League, they're in the Champions League. They're feeling all of a sudden they're feeling very entitled after finish. What did they finish 17th or 16th?
That's right. Yeah. They were just 1 or 2 places above the bottom 3, weren't they?
So they were pants in the league last season. They're going to be pants in the league this season because they're in the Champions League and they clearly don't have the squad depth, right?
Yes.
You know, and I reckon. You know, Spurs will be on another manager before the end of the season.
I do. I mean, Newcastle are on fire at home and all. I mean, I watched them against Everton. Either Newcastle were absolutely superb or Everton were really, really...
No,
really
Everton were pants, and I don't know why, but Pickford just, threw 3 in.
Yeah. Smith Rowe's just scored for Fulham.
Oh, has he
so
really?
It's 1-3 now.
Palmer Smackham says Xhaka needs a booking on Saturday. Miss Man City game then available for the African Cup of Nations when the players
I would say he needs a booking against Liverpool tomorrow night, so he misses the game against Man City and is available for the game against the Scum.
Yeah.
But he might not get a yellow card at all in either game.
No.
Well, exactly. You know what it is? It's like you've got to think, right? He can control himself. Like Saturday's fracas, whatever happened on Saturday after the game, Xhaka just did not get involved.
Yeah.
And he's the captain and he didn't get involved. And normally you'll have the captains running over. You know, like if Luke O'Nien was on the pitch or Tan Neil, somebody probably either would have got kissed or headbutted.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
So you've got to think that it's Xhaka just you know what? He doesn't want to get that booking, right?
No.
Until it's in the 88th minute against the Mags when we're 1-0 up and he bloody disables that Voldemort. Voldemort.
Oh, Bournemouth take the lead at Everton.
Bournemouth have taken the lead at Everton.
Yeah.
No, Bournemouth are at home, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yes,
Bournemouth playing Everton. Bournemouth 1, Everton 0. Championship still 0-0. Blackburn Rovers, Ipswich Town.
Newcastle
Look,
should have scored there.
No, they shouldn't have, man. Don't say stuff like that, Cabbie. They had an
AFC Bournemouth.
opportunity.
It's 0-0 Bournemouth Everton, so they must have had a goal ruled out.
Ah,
Still 0-0. It must have been chalked off. It's definitely not. There's no goal there, so it must have been. Lads, what do you think about the African Cup of Nations? Our players are available for the Weir Tyne Derby.
Great, absolutely
yeah.
great.
Yeah, well, we'll miss some for the return game against Man City at 1st of Jan. We'll miss some for the Leeds game, I would guess.
Can we not postpone games because we've got so many
No.
players missing as well?
No, unfortunately, I don't think we can.
All right.
Is this a soccer special or a Sunderland show? Says John McKinney.
Both.
It's the Sunderland show.
It's this let's get carried away show, but of course, there's always an interest because there's other Premier League games going on as well, so you can't ignore them. You know what I mean? So it's just there's games going on every single day of the week now, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. You do get those weeks when there's a Premier League game every day, including a Friday match and that as well.
Right. And I didn't go live last night 'cause it's a waste of time because you got 1,000 people on the traffic watching the under 21s, which is fair enough. I would rather watch the under 21s than myself. So I left it for tonight. But yeah, it's great to have the African Cup of Nations players back. I think that's going to make a difference.
Do you know what? Let's think, right? Let's look at Saturday's starting 11, right? We've got Ronaldo.
Yep.
He'll be missing.
Yep.
We've got Siddiqui.
Yep.
He'll be missing.
Masuaku won't be available because he'll be away for DR.
No, but Masuaku didn't start though, did he?
No, he's not a starter.
No, so what I'm saying is the starting 11 against Bournemouth, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got was it Traore started?
Traore, Siddiqui,
and Ronaldo.
Talby.
Yeah.
Talby.
Who else? No, it might be it. That might be it. That's still four. That's still four the first team, isn't it? And if you can also then include Arthur.
I don't know what to think about that Arthur,
Diarra is
Diarra's injured.
If he's right, yeah, he's due to be coming back in December though, isn't he?
He's targeting to come back for the Mags game and then go to the AFCON.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Let him come play the Mags game, score 2 goals, get that bloody Joe Linton sent off, right? And then I'll drive him to the Blinken Airport straight after the game.
Yeah. I think David Graham's asking a question. Can Leeds upset Chelsea at Elland Road tomorrow? Possible.
No.
Possible. And West Ham upset Man United at Old Trafford on Thursday night. Highly unlikely.
No.
No, you think they can?
West Ham can, right? They did it last season as well. West Ham can upset Man United. Man United, them beating us really changed their season around. But West Ham have still got a lot of very good players.
They have. They're just not performing particularly well.
That's all it is.
And we said this about Nottingham Forest when they were seriously struggling. The team are fine. It was just bloody Post an idiot. Didn't have a clue what he was doing. And the team weren't with him, so they just did not perform and they were getting thumped. Whereas, under Dyche, they're actually playing half decent football again and scoring goals.
Yeah, and I think Postecoglou will be back in management in the Premier League before the end of the season.
Back at Tottenham.
No, not at Tottenham.
Leeds.
No. Well,
No.
well, actually, maybe Leeds, but I think Brendan Rodgers is being earmarked for the Leeds game, for the Leeds job,
Yeah.
and I think Postecoglou will get the West Ham job.
Do you think West Ham will get rid of manager they only took on about 5 weeks ago?
Oh,
Hey,
is that Una Santo you call him?
Yeah, something.
Nuno Espirito de Santo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know what it is nowadays, right? You know, they've got clauses in, and you know, it's nothing for a Premier League club if they've got to sack a manager and they've got to pay 2, 3, 4 million pound costs, and
Yeah.
that's amortized as well, right?
Yeah.
Over the salary, they don't have to give it them all up front. They can just say, "We're just going to pay you every month, right, for the remainder of your contract." You know that they don't have to give them it up front as long as they pay it because they've signed a contract. The contract says over a 36-month period,
Yeah.
right? So they'll just pay them over the 36-month period because just like us, when we should have kept who was that striker and we'll let him go for tuppence halfpenny, and if we'd kept him, we would have got promoted from League One.
Madja,
exactly, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Premier League chairmen, Premier League boards, Premier League owners, right? They look at the long term. They don't think, you know, we're going to increase our costs by $4,000 a week, right? That's all it was with Madja. $4,000 a week, right?
Yeah.
Over a 38-game season, right? And we would have went straight back up to the Championship.
I do believe you there. Like, I do believe that, and it still hurts to this day when you watch that Sun Until I Die. When you're thinking like, and Madja, you know, proper lying through his back teeth. He knew, didn't he? I mean, like he was being asked, and any news on your signing yet? And he's like, no, I'm just getting on with football. I don't know anything. And he's got a nervous twitch. He keeps tapping his fingers on. He knows exactly what was going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, of course he did. And again, in private, you know, I'm not going to mention anybody's names, but he wanted to stay. But you know, the club, they've got to realize what is a goal scorer worth. You know, it's okay. You do get the odd, you know, like the Van Dijks and that, but normally the big players either play in attacking midfield or up front.
I think Stuart Donald that time cut his nose off to spite his own face. I think he was getting a bit stubborn there. Like I'd done. It's like he didn't want to back down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's stupid. And it was the same with, you know, the Ian Hart. Who was that player that Ian Hart had? As one of his players. Oh, that was Jack Clark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jack Clark. But I mean, we got promoted anyway without Jack Clark. And then Jack Clark, I mean, he did nothing at Ipswich in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And he's not really done anything at Ipswich in the Championship.
No,
he
hasn't. He scored a couple of goals, but that's about it. Yeah.
Not to the prolificity that he had under us.
There's a lot of calls for a certain telephone turkey going on in the chat.
Oh, Tinsel the turkey. Yeah, I don't think Malta's ever met Tinsel the turkey. Have you, Malta?
He's a vegetarian.
He's our celebrity turkey. He came on and he's going to be on every week and he's going to be predicting the scores.
Oh, great!
And he will be coming. He'll be coming on very soon because he's going to do some. He's going to do some predictions because there's quite a few Premier League games tomorrow. And I don't know if you noticed this or if you remember, but Tinsel, he actually predicted. If you watch it back last week, he predicted Bournemouth Sun, and he says there's going to be a sending off, but he says he can't decide which player. So he did get that right. Yep. If you watch it back, you will hear that.
And there should have been a couple more as well.
Yeah.
Well, the same player should have been sent off at the penalty. You know.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know if you heard us shouting.
Yes, we did.
Referee.
So, do you want to see if Tinsel's available to start doing these sound effects? Do you want to
see if he's in? He might still be out in the turkey sheds, but see if he's about.
Tinsel, are you there, mate? Hello, Tinsel. No. Oh yeah, where have you been? Eh? Oh, right. He was just checking the gas mark 6 and all that. You're not nervous, are you? Still, for God's sake, Tinsel. Anyway, congratulations. Welcome back onto the MACKEM CABBIE channel, mate. And well done for saying there was a player sending off as well. You must be chuffed, are you? Yeah. He said it was a foul. He says it was well deserved. Definitely a sending off. So there we go. So let's get into these predictions.
Wow.
Let's get these predictions going then, shall we? So then tomorrow we've got Arsenal against Brentford then. So Tinsel, what do you reckon there? Arsenal, Brentford. Yeah. He reckons Arsenal being frustrated against Chelsea with that 1-1 draw with Chelsea down to 10 men. He thinks there's going to be a bit of an arse whipping for Brentford. He's gone for Arsenal 4, Brentford 0.
Oh my God, I was thinking 4-1 for Arsenal.
You reckon 4-1 for Arsenal, do you?
Yeah. Again, same. Because Brentford, I mean, we beat Brentford. Not everybody beats Brentford. But we beat Brentford. And again, I'm thinking that Arteta. There's only 2 clubs who have stopped them from winning in the league in recent months, and that's us and Chelsea. And what was their score after the game after they played us? What was the score? Rob, can you remember?
After Arsenal, did they not win 4-0 or 5-0 or something like
that? They did something stupid. I can't remember whether it was a European game or whether it was a league game, but they just went all out.
Was it not Bayern Munich?
Might have been the Munich match, actually.
I think they beat Bayern Munich 3-0 or something like that, didn't they?
Rob, what do you reckon for Arsenal, Brentford?
I was thinking 3-0 to Arsenal.
I'm going to agree with Tinsel. I'm going to go with 4-0 to Arsenal. Right, my old foul, Tinsel. Brighton against Aston Villa. What do you reckon? It's a tight one, this one. Aye. Right, okay, yeah. He reckons 2 good teams there together, 2 teams on form. He reckons it's going to be a stalemate. He reckons it's going to be a 0-0. Not a bad shout, actually. Rob, what do you reckon?
One's a piece.
You're going ones apiece?
Yeah.
Walter?
I'm going to go 2-1 to Brighton with the MACKEM scoring the winner.
Yeah.
Danny Welbeck, he loves scoring, right? He's great at home, loves scoring against the Mags, and I just think he's going to score tomorrow, get the winner, second half.
I'm going to go for a tight 1-0 Brighton, Aston Villa. Next, we've got Burnley, Tinsel, against Crystal Palace. No. Was that your friend there? You sound different, Tinsel. Oh, right. You've got your mate there. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Okay. He reckons the misery is going to continue for Burnley, but it's not going to be a thrashing. He reckons it's going to be a tight 2-1 win to Crystal Palace. Malta, what do you reckon?
2-0 Palace.
2-0 Palace.
Palace are formidable at home.
Burnley are at home.
It's at Burnley.
Is that Burnley?
It's at Burnley, aye.
All right. I'd still go 2-0 Palace. You know what it is? I fancy Palace. They play well. They can keep a tight defensive line in that as well. Although Burnley are known for their good tight defensive line in the Championship, the second bottom for a reason. Crystal Palace, FA Cup holders, Community Shield holders. They're just going to have too much up front as well, because the Palace forward line is really strong.
Yeah. I'm thinking 3-0 to Palace for that one.
There you go.
Did I give a prediction? I can't remember because I've been listening to
you.
No.
I'm going to go Palace 2 out. A comfortable one. So he's a potential 6-pointer, Tinsel. We've got Wolves against Nottingham Forest. He reckons. He actually finds that funny as well. I don't know what he's laughing at there. He reckons that Forest are going to be comfortable 3-0 winners, and he reckons there's going to be a sending off in that game as well. And he reckons there's going to be a Wolves player sent off. So he's going Wolves 0, Forest 3. Rob?
I actually fancy Wolves to snake that one
Really? Fair enough.
by an odd goal. They played really well on Saturday. They were unlucky to get beat. So I actually fancy them to maybe pick 3 points up in that one.
Good shout. Malta?
And with Mr. Fowler, 3-0, me, to, what do you call it, Pallet to Forest. I think Wolves are just in a massive free fall until they change manager again.
That's mental, that, like. I said 3. I'm going to go with... once again, I can't remember if I've done a prediction or not. I'm just chatting away.
No, you didn't, Cabby.
I'm going to go for 3-1 Nottingham Forest. Next tinsel, we've got Dirty Leeds at home at Ellen Road against Chelsea. What do you reckon? Turn your music down, tinsel. Okay, yeah. He reckons that they'll be definitely shouting for Farker's head. He reckons it's going to be a convincing 3-0 Chelsea win at Ellen Road. Malta, what do you reckon?
I think it's going to be 5-0 to Chelsea and sending off for Leeds.
Sending off for Leeds, 5-0 Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. Chelsea are going to be gutted that they didn't beat Arsenal as well.
Fantastic. Rob, what do you reckon?
I think Chelsea by the odd goal. 2-1.
2-1, tight one?
1-2, yeah. Tight game.
Me, I do think Leeds will score. But I think Chelsea will have too much for them. I'm going to go for 3-1. So next we've got a game at Anfield, Liverpool against Sunderland. Oh, wait, Tinsel, what are you going to say for this then? Yeah. Yeah. Right. He reckons Sunderland are going to rustle some feathers at Anfield, and he fancies Liverpool. They might be confident after beating West Ham, but he reckons Sunderland's going to ruffle some feathers, and he's going to go for the tight 1-0 win to Sunderland. Rob?
1-2. Sunderland to win 2-1.
Sunderland to win 2-1. Malta?
What you guys are like properly confident. And in this side, right, it's not like Sunderland sides of the past.
No, I know
right?
that. I know.
In my match watching lifetime, I've never seen us win at Anfield. Because I was too young to, and I don't even think the 83 game was on the television.
It wasn't.
Right. 4-1 to Man City. So I'm going to go for the team with the best home defensive record, Crystal Palace, and Sunderland to do a 5-4-1 0-0 special clean sheet. That to be honest, it's like Obi-Wan, you're my only hope, and our only hope is to keep the forward line quiet, keep Anfield quiet, and just get a 0-0 draw. A point on the road, right, is always great. Reedy, Keno both said, you get a point on the road and you win your home games, you'll never go wrong, right?
Nope. It's very true.
We're winning our home games. We'll get a point on the road, right, and we'll be laughing.
Yeah.
So you going 0-0, Monte?
I'm going 0-0. At that, to be honest, that's the only scoreline I can see in Sunderland's favour. I'd love to say 1-0 to Sunderland, right? But I've been to Anfield so many times and came home in tears every time, pretty much. I think I can remember 2 draws that I've been to Anfield for. The rest of the time we've just been like, outclassed. I was there last time we were in the Premier League. I've been there so many times over those 10 seasons. Anfield's just not for us, to be honest. We've only won at Anfield 18 times in 80 visits. And those were during the Bank of England years and the Team of All Talent years.
Yeah.
Did you go to any of those ones as well, Rob?
No, the little bit before my time there.
In that 36 title winning season.
Yeah, that was I was only just born then, mate.
Oh, right.
Just born there. You had a part-time job chucking the straw on the pitch, man.
You had to fit it in between that and the paper and milk round.
What about the call round? Did you not do the call round as well?
No, I was too short, mate. I could never reach the bloody lifts.
I'm going to go tomorrow. Malta's nicked mine. I'm also going to say 0-0. I do think Tinsel and Rob's been on the sage and onion stuff, and I think we possibly are maybe getting a bit carried away expecting to win tomorrow. I mean, yeah, my head's still focusing on the Sunderland from old, thinking Sunderland, Liverpool, my God, we'll get our backsides kicking. We could get our backsides kicking if we're not switched on.
If we don't turn up, we will get stuffed.
Oh, yeah.
But, providing the team turn up.
So,
to be honest,
don't make any stupid mistakes.
Let's keep the stuffings for, what do you call it?
Christmas.
For tinsel, right?
Aye.
And let's just hope Granite Xhaka and his boys keep it tight tomorrow. And if we can nick a 1-0, yeah, man, that'll be absolutely amazing.
Well, cheers, Tinsel, for that. Are you doing much tonight? What's your plans? Are you watching any of the football? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, nice one. He said he's got his lady friend over and he's going to do a bit of necking on upstairs. So there we go. That's
necking. Turkey necks.
Spot on. Tinsel, thank you very much for your predictions. We'll keep a jot of them. So there we are. That's Tinsel the Turkey. That's his second appearance. So what do you think of Tinsel, Malty, now you've met him?
Oh, really funny. And you know what it is? A lot of his match predictions are very similar to mine. So I think he must be like me and spend all day, listening to podcasts and stats and all sorts. Because honestly, almost every prediction, apart from the 1-0 at Liverpool, was the same as mine.
If you watch the last podcast show we did here, Malta, you'll be able to see with Tinsel getting the sending off correctly for.
He did. He definitely did.
For Burnley.
Hey, well, do you not remember what I said at half time when you said, Rob, or would you take a point?
Yeah.
You said no, I want to win.
Yeah, you did.
And we did it.
We did. We certainly did.
Well, we're going to have a crack on with a chat as well. Colin Mayer just says if Tinsel gets that score right, he will never cluck alone. As long as we make a good game of it, it'll be fine, says Robin. Freshy says 1-1 Liverpool. David Graham, I remember when Kevin Phillips scored a goal at the famous Cop End when it was 1-1. I can't remember the year. I think that was around about 2000. Yeah, 1999. 99, 2000, I think it was. Probably get battered by City on Saturday at the Etihad after tonight's performance. Yeah, they're currently 4-1 up. They're just in a mood, Man City, to turn the screw, aren't they? When they turn the screw, and you're in the road of Man City, then you've got no chance, have you?
They are, but Man City are a bit hitty-missy about the way they play. Sometimes they just don't turn up.
Like they didn't against the bloody Mags.
Yeah, they were appalling against the Mags. But they're 5-1 up now.
5-1.
5-1.
Are they 5-1 up?
Yep. Haaland, Rinders, Borden twice, and then Doku.
That is just nuts. That is nuts.
Yeah.
I think they should keep playing till the 90th minute. Get
themselves out.
Get 9 goals, 10 goals in that. And just, oh my God, I've just seen that Doku goal. Oh my God. That's a goal, that like.
Mental. Steve SCFC says Spurs midfield is absolutely diabolical. Well, I've got the Newcastle match on in the back. It's 0-0. I've got the Newcastle match on in the background here, and I haven't seen Spurs get out the whole half out of 30-odd minutes, so it's just
They
Newcastle, but it's still 0-0 each on that
sort the pressure up, score on the break. That's what they'll do.
one. Xhaka's record against Liverpool: 4 wins, 4 draws, 8 losses. Gary Hoyle, if we win, Slot will be gone. Man City have 5 and Duckett.
I think that is probably very true, Gary.
No, he won't. He won't.
Do you not think so?
No, Liverpool, Arsenal, right? They're not the types of clubs that just get rid of managers quickly. See how long all of the Liverpool and Arsenal managers have lasted, right? They're not reactive. He's won the title last season, right? He should have had a treble last season. He threw it away against the Mags only because the players were all drunk from Blinken winning the title, right? Honestly, FSG, they're not going to panic because he's proven that he can do it. He can do it on a wet Wednesday, away at the bloody Southampton. They're not going to panic and pull any trigger because if they were going to, it would have been when they got beat at home against Forest.
Yeah, the problem is Liverpool's other than the win on Sunday against West Ham, they've not got a very good record in the league. I think their sort of last 6, it's been lost, won, lost, won.
So let's give them another L on that.
Yeah. So if you follow that pattern, they'll lose the next 2. So, but they've not been playing particularly well, and West Ham weren't very good at the weekend. Thus Liverpool winning 2-0. But still going to be a tough game. Anfield's a tough place to go.
5-2. I kind of keep with these bloody goals going in. 5-2. It's all happening there at the Craven Cottage.
Alex Iwobi scored for Fulham.
Yeah, all City's goals have been superb. David Graham says World Cup and FA Cup. Third
that's a goal,
round draws this weekend. Robin Hood says they may also date themselves. This is a team that beat Chelsea away and drew Arsenal. They may not view it as the end of the world. And
no, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, I know next year's World Cup will be crap. Games won't be on till about 11 o'clock. Yeah, I think the earliest is 8 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah. And that's the mid-afternoon, early afternoon, or early evening kickoffs, isn't it?
Yeah. I know when the US Open tennis is on, it starts at like 11 at night, but people will still find a way to watch it, like, so.
Well, do you not remember the Japan World Cup?
Yeah.
Japan South Korea, 2002. Everyone was still waking up in the middle of the night to watch the matches.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I watched most of them while I was on night shift.
Yeah. I just watched most of them anyway.
I'm tempted to take 2 weeks off.
Well, being retired, I can do what the hell I want, really, can't
I? Yeah. You can just set your clock to to mountain time.
Yeah, I'll just get up a couple of hours earlier than I normally do. I'll see most of the matches.
Of course, it depends on as well what stadium or what venue they're at, or whether they're playing at Eastern Daylight Time or Western Daylight Time or whatever.
Yeah,
there's quite a bit of daylight. There's quite a bit hours between the, like, say, the California side or the New York side.
It's 3 hours, isn't it?
Now, obviously, I'm not going to say FIFA are corrupt or nothing, right? Because you wouldn't get FIFA's poster boy Cristiano Ronaldo escaping a 2-match ban just so he can play in Portugal's first 2 games in the World Cup because they want Portugal to go deep into the tournament. You'd never do something like that, right? But
no, never.
What you might do is the team with the most match-going fans from Europe, which is England, right, who have got the businesses who do the sponsorship with the most money, doing sponsorship, right, is the British and the European, what do you call it, businesses. You wouldn't get most of like try and get England and Spain on the East Coast, Toronto and Mexico, for the sort of the whole tournament.
No.
Yeah.
Where's the final going to be?
New York.
Yeah, you go at the MetLife
Met,
Stadium.
MetLife Stadium, yeah.
Amazing stadium it is, by the way, lad. If you ever get a chance to go, it's fantastic. Now, the other thing is you do have stadiums which have got roof closed, because the other thing during the World Cup is it also comes during the hurricane season a bit as well.
Yeah.
Right? And do you remember the Club World Cup where you had all the lightning and that, right?
Yeah,
the storm season. So it's also during that time as well.
Yeah, it tends to be hot and humid.
Hot and humid. And I've been in America many a time when it's been hot and humid, and you literally kind of chill like.
Back on the chat as well, we've got the Scousers are not happy with slot law, says Gary. Steve says then the other players should be allowed to start and not miss out.
Yeah.
Can't be one rule for certain players and another rule for another, especially a 41-year-old Ronaldo that, in my opinion, holds Portugal backs. Robin Hood says, I hope I can go to a World Cup game. I'm not too far from Miami. David Graham, finals in New Jersey, New York. Tournament starts at Estadio Azteca in Mexico in June.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the last USA World Cup, the final was in the Rose Bowl.
Which is not even being used anymore.
Is it not?
No.
It was just built for that World Cup, I think.
Question for Robin Hood.
It was a college stadium.
Miami and Atlanta, are there two of the stadiums that are available for the World Cup? Is it Miami, Atlanta, New York on the East Coast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stats at the Newcastle game. Newcastle have got 7 shots on target. Spurs, they've got 7 shots. Spurs 0. 1 shot on target. Spurs 0. Spurs are absolutely diabolical. I do not know how it is still 0-0, but they're poor at the minute. But still a long way to go.
Yeah, there is.
It'll make it even more sweeter if Spurs score in the 80th minute for 1-0.
Yeah, possession stats at for the Man City game. Fulham 54%, Man City 46. And they get beat 5-2.
I know. Yeah, all East Coast those, Robin. And Steve says, enjoy paying $1,500 average for some decent seats.
So have you heard this about the World Cup resale platform? The ticket resale platform, right? So basically, FIFA launched the World Cup resale ticket platform. So they had the original ballot, right? And then basically most of the people who got tickets in the ballot are actually reselling them. And on the ballot before, you used to have like Seatwave and these other companies. Well, they all got banned now, right? So you can only resell a World Cup ticket through the official FIFA ticketing system. And get this, right? FIFA take 15% off the seller and 15% off the buyer.
Oh, nice little earner.
Right? And you can resell the tickets as many times. So a ticket could, like, if you bought a ticket, a £1,500 ticket, right? And then you're reselling it for $4,000, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that is a quarter final of England versus Germany or Brazil versus, Spain or someone like that, right?
Yeah.
That ticket's going to be worth grands and grands and grands. Then you'll sell it, double your money. And then next man on the day of the match puts it up for sale. And then he doubles his money. And every time FIFA are getting their 30%.
Yeah. I don't know how to make money, mate, don't they?
All right, of course they do.
Yeah.
Last Palmas MACKEM says Tottenham nearly scored a wonder flick goal. Yeah, they did. Come on, you Spurs, says Richard Way. Good to see you, mate. David Graham could still get Wales on either one or both Irish sides to join England and Scotland in next year's World Cup when the playoffs start in March. Right, and for tomorrow's match and stuff, then who do you think will start? Do you think he's going to stick with the same lineup?
No. I think he will. No?
I don't think he will. I don't think he will. I think he's going to go 5-4-1.
5-4-1 again?
Mm-hmm. You reckon so, yeah?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I think he's going to go 5-4-1 because you know what it is? After the Man United game, right? He has learned. He learns from every game. He's a student of the game, right? And he says it himself. Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, possibly.
We'll go again and we'll learn. We'll learn from games. So if he's not learned nothing, he'll know. Even as rubbish as form as Liverpool are in, right? Liverpool have got 15 world class players in their squad. Yeah. And the rest are all internationals. Right? So Liverpool are not like, a goat, that you can just like, oh yeah, we can just mess about with these, right? Because we'll turn up and we'll do something. You've got to take them serious. They're not the league champions. The current league champions for nothing. So Liverpool, he's going to go 5-4-1, and I hope he goes with Brobbey. I hope he starts with Brobbey, and then he brings Isidore and Mundell on second half. And I'm going to stick with my prediction of 0-0.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm being positive. I'm getting carried away. Still thinking 1-0 tomorrow for the lads. So,
are you confident to say that Sunderland are going to be safe this season?
Yes,
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Should have been 6 there. Like, oh no, should have been 5-3 there.
And Newcastle just hit the post with Joey Linton. So you do reckon that we are safe home and dry? You don't think we're being too cocky? What was it with 12 points? Are we 12 points clear of the bottom 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the thing is, the way you look at it, that's with 12 points, I think, from third place of bottom, we're even further off Wolves. There's no way Wolves are going to catch us. They're not going to claw that back.
Wolves aren't going to catch anybody. They're not even going to catch a cold, and they've had the flu jab.
And they've had the flu jab. I am surprised though. Are you surprised Burnley and Leeds are where they are? I mean,
I'm not. I'm totally
you're not
surprised.
No? I'm surprised. I'm surprised at Leeds, but I always fancied Burnley to go straight back down.
No, do you know why it is? You see, Leeds were a little bit hampered with FFP of what they could buy, right? And then, can you remember during the summer, it was like Leeds after this player, Sunderland after this player. The player signs for Sunderland.
Yeah.
Right? Leeds are after this player. Sunderland after this player. The player signed for Sunderland, right?
Yeah.
And we took all of Leeds' first choice signings, right? Now,
yeah, we did. I remember that. Yeah.
Leeds are backed by the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Right? And there's another. I don't. It's the 49ers and Red Bull, right? So they're in a situation where they've got the money, but because of FFP, they couldn't really spend it all, right? And so their recruitment, and I look at the Leeds side, right? Who would you take from the Leeds 11, starting 11?
I don't think I would anyone.
Yeah.
Right? Or from any of their signings that they bought in.
Mind you saying that, Burnley spent 100 million quid. Leeds spent 70. Burnley spent 100 mil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. But the thing is, they didn't have Florence Gossolfi's little black book.
No, that's very true. Right? That's very true.
They didn't have Regis Lebris and Kira Louis Dreyfus pulling up outside their house in Switzerland with
No.
the Kirill Louis Dreyfus 10-year plan,
No.
right? So no, I'm totally not surprised at Leeds and Burnley being where they are. I thought they would struggle, right? Early season, they both got wins on the board, and they thought, and everyone was saying, "Oh, look at this! The three sides could stay up." And I was thinking, and they were saying, "Oh, yeah, Brighton might struggle, Palace might struggle because they're in Europe, this, that, and the other." No, you know what it is? All of these sides are good quality sides, and that you can just tell that by look at the table and look at 4th to 16th, right? There's a few points in it. I mean, the nosy neighbours, they're 4 points behind us, right?
Yeah.
And
there's only
like
7.
you can't even see them unless you're cross-eyed. You can't even see them in the same table.
Yeah, there's only 7 points between 4th place and 15th.
There you go. Right?
And
that shows, and you know what it is? That's like a championship table.
Yeah.
You know how a championship table is so tight, like you could be bottom, right, and still go up as champions.
Yep. Unless, of course, you're Sheffield Wednesday and just have so many points deducted from you that you've got absolutely zero chance of finishing on positive numbers. I mean, are they going to be the first team in football history to finish with a negative number of points at the end of the season? The way they're going, they will.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, the thing is, who's their manager?
Is it Roll? No,
he's at Rangers now.
Yeah, they are 27 points off safety after 18 games.
Aye, that's not going to happen. Like
it's not.
Right. But the thing is, though, you remember we went down, right? And that was our hard reset. That was a proper hard reset. We got new owners, right? We got rid of, the rotten core. I remember the rotten core, right? We got rid of the rotten core. We got rid of the bloody Jack Rodwells eventually, right? And there was so much stuff going wrong at Sunderland on the pitch and off the pitch.
Yeah.
So, again, I like Sheffield Wednesday, right? I like both the Sheffield clubs because they're proper. They're like Sunderland. You know what it is? 5-3, man. That was a goal as well.
Yeah.
The proper working class clubs for working class people, right? And the big clubs. And if you look at the Bournemouth, I mean, that was only the 10th time we've played Bournemouth in the league.
What's that like?
Right? Because they've been, they were like non-league and lower league for years. And the first time we played them was in, was it 87, 88, when we got relegated, they got promoted, and then they were still in the old Division 2, which is the championship for any young kids, right? When we got re-promoted, that was the first time we played them in our history.
Yeah.
So, the Bournemouths and the Brightons and, the, what do they call it? The Moneyball models that they follow. They're great, but these clubs don't have any history. It is. They don't have the history like clubs like we've got, like, Villa's got, like, the Sheffield clubs have got. They've got that history,
Yeah.
And they're big clubs. They've got big grounds. They've got big stadiums. Bournemouth have got, what, 13,000, something stupid like that?
Yeah, it's not very big.
It's Mickey Mouse, man.
Peterson is Sheffield Wednesday manager, says Devon Mackham, whoever he is.
Yeah, whoever he is, just Googled it.
Right, we're going to wrap it up. We're over the hour. Just quickly in the chat before, West Ham are in deep, SHIT. Says Richard. David Graham, Leeds at home to Chelsea tomorrow, then play Liverpool at Ellen Road on Saturday night. Scarier. I'm with you,
and
Rob.
Then I think after that it'll be what do you call it? Falk will be on his bike, and what do you call it? Like since Brendan Rodgers was sacked, resigned, right? By Desmond, right? He's been dead quiet. He's not set out, right? And he basically he took a bullet for Celtic because he's a Celtic man, right? And I'm sure because the 49ers, they own Rangers as well. And
Yes.
Glasgow's very small. You know, if you're going out to the nice restaurants and the nice places, right? You know, the Celtic and Rangers players are regularly seen in the same places because they can't go out to, like, you know, the London Road Social Club and stuff like that. They're only going to go to the nice, fancy, swanky hotels. So they're all in the same places, like what's it called? Ange and the Rangers manager, I think it was Clement at the time.
Yeah.
They'll always be seen together. And that's just because there was only 4 or 5 places that they could go. So I reckon the Rangers board, you know, Marathi or whatever he's called, has, you know, met up with Brendan, you know, just casually and just says, well, your Celtic contract's up, right? You know, what do you think about Leeds United? And he says, hey, well, I'm on 3 million here, you know, 6 million a year at Leeds, which is what he was on when he was at Liverpool. He was on 6 million a year, right? I'm your man. And so I think Brendan will resurface at Leeds United, and then I think he'll keep them up.
Yeah, I do fancy Leeds to stay up, to be honest, but I think Burnley will go back down.
Who do you think? Which Premier League club do you think would join Burnley then?
West Ham.
You reckon West Ham?
West Ham, yeah. At the beginning of the season, I thought it might have been Brentford because I thought they'd got rid of too many good players. But Brentford have pulled away. I think it'll be West Ham. West Ham are seriously struggling at the moment.
Hey, Man City could end at 5-5. You know, it's 5-3 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and Fulham have scored 4 of those goals.
Anyway, we'll end it there. Malta, I do appreciate you coming on. Don't forget to send us your banner because I have to I have to do a factory reset of this PC because I plugged the HDMI cable from the tower into the wrong motherboard, believe it or not.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
That's not funny at all. Honestly, that was the truth. I mate who's really tech savvy on PCs. We spent 7 hours because none of my games were running right, and I thought, oh my god, we actually thought the graphics card was blown, and like a faulty graphics card, my new PC. I'd only plugged the HDMI cable from my monitor into the standard motherboard in my tower because I got a new monitor, you see, and I didn't plug it into the graphics card port, and yeah, never lived it down.
Anyway.
Yeah. So tomorrow night, gentle chaps.
It's 4-5, man. Full of Man City. Go away.
Come on.
It can't be. Surely, God. No, it's not.
It is. It is. Chuck Woozy has scored twice, 72 and 78 minutes. It's 4-5.
Can't be. It still says 3-5 on
no.
BBC.
Scores. Even the BBC have updated 4-5. Cabby.
73 minutes?
Yeah. Fulham 4, Man City 5. Sammy Chukwueze.
It must be VAR because it still says 3-5 on live score.
No.
You know what it is? I paused my Sky before when I was coming on, and so that's why I'm running a little bit behind. Oh, yes. Oh, hey,
it is 4-5.
Another goal from outside of the box.
That's nuts. And I don't know why live score froze there. I had to refresh the page. That's weird.
6-5 Fulham. How great would that be? Man City would be completely flattened, right?
Yeah,
Thinking they were 4-1 up, right?
Everton have scored.
Everton have scored, have they?
Yeah, Everton are 1-0 up against Bournemouth.
Grealish
in the 78th minute.
Freaking hell. Bournemouth have fallen away, like, haven't they?
They have.
Got beat by Sunderland.
Yeah, Newcastle still half time at Scum City, so
I don't know why live scores froze there, like, but I mean, I guess these websites do. I just had to press refresh and everything's jumped up.
Yeah.
They can't throw that lead away. What was the highest margin of scoreline? They were up 5-2.
They were 4-1. There were three goals ahead.
Yeah.
They're a good team, Fulham at home, you know.
They are.
Nah, they beat us.
So you're doing the watch along tomorrow, Rob?
I'll be there.
Are you going to the game? Are you going down?
No, no. What do you call it? I couldn't get a ticket. So yeah, I think I'll be joining you lads on the watch along.
Excellent.
Yeah, it'd been good to see you. You're more than welcome to join us, Malta.
So what time you starting? 8 o'clock?
It's an 8:15 kickoff, isn't it? That's weird.
Yeah, it's a 8:15 kickoff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is weird. And I think
Is that because it's on TNT? Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that the mag match must be on TNT because I'm watching Sky Sports.
and I think it'll be on the Sunderland commentary. I don't think Radio Newcastle are broadcasting it because Talk Sport have got it on. Talk Sport.
No, Radio Newcastle have got a different day. No, it'll be on Radio Newcastle. Radio Newcastle have got a different contract to TalkSport. So TalkSport have got national commentary rights for certain games, like BBC. So you know how some games are on 5 Live and some games on TalkSport. So it's just like a rights package, right? So they've got them and BBC share the rights package for national commentary, local commentary. So it is, you know, Nick Barnes is always in a job.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see if there's any. No, tomorrow 5 Live Sport. That's pretty weird. Around the grounds on 5 Live, they've got no live coverage at all on all those.
That's because TalkSport have got it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can basically get all of them on the TalkSport app.
Yeah.
So, because me and Rob's worked it out, if
it's on 5 Live, it's on. You can get it on the web via Radio Newcastle. If it's not on 5 Live, then you've got to go through safc.com to get it on the web. Obviously, you can get it if you're in the coverage area. You can get it on Radio Newcastle all the time, but they don't broadcast it on Tinterweb every game. So, but there's ways and means.
Because the daftest thing is, Malta, as well, it's like, because I have like the commentary on in the background there. For some stupid reason, the Sunderland website, you know, you can listen to it if you're registered with them. There isn't a volume button on the commentary. They've got such a shoddy media player to listen to the match with on the website. Honestly, it's like something from Windows 98. I don't know what they've done.
It's probably running on Windows 98. Probably. You know what it is? I'm not joking. I was in somewhere the other day, right, and they were running Windows NT.
That was a great operating system.
It was a great operating system, right? It was a great operating system, right? But Windows NT is from 2000.
I know.
Right?
But
so
it's...
and you know what it is? And I know there's still businesses running NT, even though it's out of service, it's out of a warranty and everything. But what it is because it's just bulletproof, right?
Yeah.
And they've got companies are like saying, yeah, you know what it is? We will give you support, right? Not a problem. It's going to cost you. I mean, it's with SAP. You know, people should have upgraded SAP to S/4HANA 10 years ago, but there's companies who are still saying, we will give you warranty and service, so you don't need to upgrade. And so they'll just sit there and they will not upgrade. Yeah. And it's only when their competition overtakes them because they're using HANA and HANA's got so many new features, then they say, oh, we need to upgrade now.
You think though, Malta, they'd have a simple thing like a volume button, wouldn't you?
You would think, CABBIE. You would think, right? But again, Sunderland have got a lot of things right? And it might be worth... Oh, is that a penalty? Is that a penalty for 5-5? No, not given. Oh wait, get it the VAR. Give Fulham a penalty, man. That'd be so funny.
Great shot, and Gary Hoy. It's just annoying because I can't adjust the levels if you know what I mean. I can only have it a certain volume. The commentary where we're 5 Live or the BBC Sounds, I can actually adjust the volume so I can hear you talking and that in the background.
Right. So, CABBIE, should I tell you what you need to do and how you need to do it? Right. You need to run it from a separate machine to your main computer.
Right.
And then you actually run it through an input and then on your sound mixer, you actually set the input level.
Need to do something.
Yeah.
No, that's how you do it. That's how you'll do it.
Or you do it the way I do it, which is I've got 2 laptops, and
That's what I'm saying. Off your second laptop, yeah.
Yeah, I put the commentary on the second laptop, which is why I tend to have my headphones on one ear only.
And how do I plug the laptop into my desktop?
So
it should just be USB
headphone
cable.
out. No, not even USB. Not even that complicated. 3.5mm cable, man.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, 3.5.
So the headphone from one and the microphone into the other.
Yeah.
I'll have a look at that then.
So on your sound card, you'll have a line in, right?
Yeah.
And then on your laptop, you'll have your headphone out.
Yeah.
Audio out.
I'll have a look.
Your pal's turned up again, Cabby. Come on then.
Up.
Come and see. Come and see Stuart. Come and see Stuart. Come on. Up you come. Hey, up you come.
Here he is.
There
Look at
he
the
is.
size of this Malta. Hey, Bounty.
There's Stuart.
Hello,
Say
sir.
hello.
Hey. My cousin's got one of those Dulux dogs as well.
Has he?
She has, aye.
Ah, right.
Aye.
Was that up in the northeast? Is it?
No, she lives in Cheshire.
Cheshire. That's where he's from. Funnily enough.
Oh, probably they might be related.
We got him. We had to go up to Stilybridge to get him. So
Stilybridge, Sally.
Yeah.
Aye, she lives near Knutsford.
Yeah, it's not that far away, is it?
Aye. All right then, lads. We'll see you tomorrow.
You will do, sir.
The watch along, and let's just see what's going to happen tomorrow, eh?
I wear the Spurs.
I'm shouting for fun. I think that'll be so funny. 5-5.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
Thanks, close to the end now. 87 minutes in.
See ya.
I know. Thanks a lot, lads. Thanks everybody for tuning in on the channel. Thanks for people that said it's a good show. What a goal by Fulham to make it 4-5. But thanks very much, and we'll see you tomorrow for the watch along. Cheers, lads. Thank you.
Cheers, everybody.